Hello BBN. Big news. Deron Rippey Jr. has Kentucky ranked among the top schools in the 2026 recruiting pool. Is Pope going to recruit this guy? Let's take a look at the news. But first, sign up and keep getting more Kentucky news. Kentucky is clearly positioning itself as one of the most influential and competitive schools in the race for 2026 prospect Deron Rippey Jr., a highly rated point guard with a promising future. After all, we have Pope on top of everything else. Rippey's recruitment, ranking 20th overall in the country for his class, is yet another reflection of Coach Mark Pope and his staff's ability to identify and attract high-level talent. Rippey is considered a four-star recruit, standing out as the fourth-best point guard in his class. His presence on the court and leadership skills are remarkable, making him a coveted addition to any college basketball program. While he has yet to formalize an offer to Kentucky, Rippey is listening closely to what schools have to offer. In addition to the Wildcats, the prospect has been in contact with other major powerhouses such as Kansas, North Carolina, Rutgers, Alabama, Arkansas, Louisville, Syracuse, and Seton Hall. The list of interested parties reflects the respect Rippey has earned in the college basketball scene, a clear sign that he is emerging as one of the top point guards of this generation. In November, Rippey was in New York to watch Kentucky lose to Ohio State in the CBS Sports Classic, demonstrating his interest in following Mark Pope's program closely. While his visit to Lexington has not yet been confirmed, Rippey's closeness to the program should not be underestimated. The fact that assistant coach Jason Hart made initial contact with the prospect over the summer and Kentucky's tradition of attracting talented point guards make the Wildcats a force to be reckoned with in the race to sign him. Kentucky isn't limiting its recruitment to Rippey, however. Pope's program is also heavily involved in pursuing other point guards in the 2026 class, including number 1 ranked Brandon McCoy, number 8 ranked Jason Crow Jr., and number 19 ranked Tay Kinney. These players represent a new generation of players who could help further cement Kentucky's dominance on the college court. And the pursuit of Rippey is just one example of how the program is investing in the future. Rippey's decision about where he takes future visits will be crucial. As he mentioned in a recent interview, his choice will be influenced by team culture, whether the players and coaches are accountable and whether there is a true connection within the program. This factor is especially relevant considering that Rippey already has a personal connection to Kentucky's academic and athletic environment. He played at Blair Academy, the same school that produced current Kentucky junior point guard Egga Oa. While it's still early to predict Rippey's future, his interest in Kentucky and the team's involvement in his recruiting journey are positive signs. The recruiting process for athletes of his caliber can be long and unpredictable, but the Kentucky program under the leadership of Mark Pope is definitely laying a solid foundation to compete for his signature. Time will tell if Rippey decides to follow Oa's path and join the Wildcats. But for now, Kentucky continues to stand out as a top destination for emerging talent like him. Let's get moving. And speaking of Egga Oa, he has been the most reliable piece of Kentucky's team this season, and his continued consistent performances are making him stand out in ways many didn't see coming. The junior point guard not only leads the Wildcats in scoring, averaging an impressive 16.2 points per game, but he has also been the team's offensive backbone, always making a splash no matter the circumstances. His performance has been consistent and versatile, with his ability to step up in key moments standing out, as was the case in the win over Brown, where he scored 13 points, 11 of them in the second half after a lukewarm start. Oa has shown a rare ability to adapt to the demands of the game and the opponent's adjustments, while maintaining his aggressiveness on offense and his solidity on defense. He is one of the main reasons Kentucky has remained competitive this season. The consistency in his performance is impressive. He has scored in double figures in all 13 games so far this season, with a streak that shows no signs of slowing down. In a season where many might be tempted to highlight one or two explosive performances, Oa has been remarkably consistent. His performance against Bucknell, for example, which resulted in only 10 points, was still considered solid and part of a comfortable win for the Wildcats. His numbers are impressive. In addition to averaging 16.2 points per game, Oa has excelled at shooting a team-high 51% from the field. This is no one-off, as he has been efficient on a team-high 142 attempts. It demonstrates a successful adaptation to the pace of the game and an ability to finish in a variety of situations. He has also been a valuable asset on the three-point line, shooting 36%, showing a threat from beyond the arc that goes beyond his ability to drive. This balance between direct attacking the rim and long-range shooting makes him a tough player to guard and a major contributor to Kentucky's offensive versatility. Mark Pope has repeatedly praised Oa, especially for his attitude and ability to overcome challenges. After the Brown game, he highlighted the way Oa let loose in the second half, a moment that represented the essence of his style of play, a balance of technique, intelligence, and ease. Even in a less lively first-half performance, Oa was able to bounce back in exemplary fashion, showing his winning mentality. He's been so good for us all season, on both ends of the floor. He's just getting started with what he's going to become, Pope said, making it clear that for Oa, the sky's the limit. The key word here is start. While Oa was a quiet and perhaps underrated force for Kentucky before the season, the expectation now is that he's still just scratching the surface of his potential. If the season continues at this pace, Oa could cement himself as one of the most important players not only for Kentucky, but also for the elite of college basketball. Kentucky, always a standout school in recruiting talent, has found a gem in Oa who, despite the amount of praise he may be getting right now, probably has more to offer. His journey in Mark Pope's program is just beginning, and the expectation is that he will continue to evolve as a player, both offensively and defensively. Oa has undoubtedly been the anchor of the season for the Wildcats, and future projections indicate that he could become even more impactful for this team. Now let us know what you think, because it's very important.